Profit lot. Profit lot. Profit lot. Profit lot. Profit lot. Profit lot. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13 episode 17. Okay, so we pick up where we left off with the ladies at the Blaze Steakhouse, Candy Steakhouse. So somehow we get over to Kenya pulling Candy aside, and Cynthia eventually joins. And Kenya's like, I can't stay, you know, I've got a lot going on. Turns out Mark showed up yesterday, and that day. And she was saying, he's at the house and I don't know what to do and I'm nervous. Everybody is really confused about what it is that Kenya actually wants. I mean, it's obvious that Kenya wants to stay married, keep the family unit, have a husband and a child. But it just seems like one day things are going one way and then another day things are going another way. So her whole situation is crazy and I'm honestly tired of hearing about it. Cynthia and Candy really want her to cut ties and move on. They're not saying that to her face, but in the confessionals, they're definitely making that clear. Yes, Kenya leaves because she's nervous about Mark being there and she doesn't know what to expect. And Bravo is shady for zooming in on her butt because you can see straight through those pants. Yikes. Okay, so everybody sits down to eat. Yum. Yes, so we have Marlo apologizing for how she acted. Seems like Marlo might be caught in a lie. You know, I don't know. She didn't really confirm or deny anything. But Portia and Shamia were basically asking her different questions. And your back was hurting. And okay, you got a brace now. So why was your back hurting? Your nephews jumped on it, so you didn't get lipo. She's just like, wait, hold on, where does lipo come in? After she's answering questions about getting lipo, she finally realizes, wait, hold on, where does lipo come into the picture with this? Like, what are you trying to say? So they basically exposed that she might have had, you know, lipo surgery before the trip and didn't say that. Now, a lot of people are saying, you know, that they're shaming her for getting lipo. I didn't take it as them shaming her. I just took it as them trying to prove a point. Okay, you're trying to say that I'm lying about something. You don't want to be my friend because of that. But you are also not telling us what's going on, and you lied and said that your nephews jumped on your back, which is possible, but you know, I don't think Marlo would lie about getting lipo. I think she would lie about when, if it doesn't fit a timeline that she said on the show or to the other ladies. So I don't think they're shaming her. Like, I don't think there's a reason to shame anybody that has gotten lipo. I mean, if you want to get it, you can get it. But I think they were just trying to prove a point that, okay, she's lying too, so why is she making it seem like this is a big deal? So fast forward to what is maybe the next day. We have Kenya having a consult with a plastic surgeon. She wants a breast reduction, and she's just showing the surgeon exactly what she wants. Then we have a cute clip of Cynthia and Mike weighing themselves, and they're just like, oh no, this is out of control. It just keeps going up and up and up. I'm throwing the scale in the trash. Then we have a scene with Drew and Ralph working out, and Drew and this foot thing, I just don't want to. I don't care to know about it. I hope it gets better. Let's be fair about that. I do hope it gets better, but I don't want this to be part of the story. I don't think she meant for it to be a part of the storyline. I think it's just, you know, her surgery happened in the middle of the season and she just had to deal with it. So Drew and Ralph start talking about, you know, things going on, upcoming events. And she mentions that LaToya is, according to her, definitely is, but is possibly dating this man known as Prophet Lot. So she says that, you know, they've had a long family history with this man and she trusts him and, you know, considers him as part of her family, I guess. And she wanted him to bless her baby. And now that it is being said that LaToya is allegedly messing around with this Prophet guy, that she can't have her baby blessed by this man, And you know, a couple videos ago, I said that Drew was on her second strike. First strike was talking about the private jet, although I'm kind of glad she did, but it's still, that was kind of fake. Two, Drew airing out Latoya's business about her trying to stop drinking and living a more Christian lifestyle. Strike three, this foolishness. Why are we even talking about this? This is a mess. And this is like, at this point, I see like, okay, I could deal with Drew. She's fun, but she's messy. And when she's messy, it's like an annoying messy. It's not like the good, like, oh my gosh, girl, tell me more. It's more like, why are you telling this person's business like this? Like, this is stupid. So fast forward to the pop-up shop. You know, Cynthia had the pop-up shop for the Black-owned businesses because, you know, everybody's businesses were struggling last year. So she had a pop-up shop to support, you know, everybody who has a business. So Marlo comes, she buys products from everybody she knows and probably some other people that were there. And she sees Portia and she's like, oh, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. And Portia's like, okay, well, you can get the discount. Because she's, oh, I don't need discount. She's like, okay, girl. So we cut to the different ladies throughout the pop-up shop, and Drew cannot hold hot water at this point. Like, it is burning. Like, she's burning to tell this information about Latoya supposedly sleeping with this prophet guy, Prophet Lot. She is going to Cynthia and to Candy, and she is telling them that Latoya is messing with this prophet guy and that, you know, you guys were invited to my baby's blessing, but that has been called off because Latoya is messing with my life. And I love that Candy said, oh, so now you letting Latoya block your blessing, which is exactly what is happening. I don't understand why this man's personal business or Latoya's personal business has anything to do with you. Furthermore, I don't appreciate that she is putting this man on a pedestal. First of all, I don't know who gave him this name, Prophet, but that was the first red flag for me, because what exactly is making you a prophet? Like, what about you makes you consider yourself a prophet? I don't like that. I don't, because at the end of the day, this man is human. He is made of flesh just like me and everybody else in this world, and he is capable of messing up and making mistakes just like anybody else. And I don't believe that people should put people who are in like in the church and in high places, I guess you can say, in the church, like pastors, so-called prophets, deacons, ministers, whatever you want to call it. I don't think you should, because those people are human just like you and I. So I didn't like that. She was trying to say that Latoya was doing all this and tempting him, and just, what? Stop. Judgy Christians are the worst. Really revealed a really nasty side of her character with this whole plot to, you know. So yes, she tells Candy, or is it Cynthia, or whoever, that's why she didn't come to the last event, because she knew that Drew found out that she was dating this prophet guy. So I'm like, if you say so. Latoya doesn't seem like somebody that would back off from something like that and just be like, oh, I'm not going to hide out from, oh, she knows, I gotta lay low. Like, girl, stop it. You're giving yourself way too much credit. So Latoya shows up and she looks great. She finally took those freaking braids out. Although, I mean, I love braids. Braids are beautiful. Like, I loved the braids on her, but I wish I could have seen her with more looks. But, you know, whatever. Anyways, she looked great. Because Latoya walks in with Candy and Cynthia as the other ladies are already sitting down. And it's so funny because you see, as soon as Latoya walks in with them, you see Drew looking over like, oh, is she here? Okay. Funny because as soon as they sit down in Cynthia's wine cellar, they start discussing the rumor that Drew has started about her dating the prophet. And I just find it so funny that the crap she stirred in the toilet has made it around the bowl back to her, in record timing. Like, I bet she didn't think she'd have to deal with this until like a couple days from now, but it came right back good. And she was looking shocked, like a deer in headlights at first. It's almost like she was shocked that it went back to her, it came back to her so quickly. And then she got defensive and everything was like fussing, and now I can't have my babies. We gonna get to that. Toya claims she doesn't know what they're talking about, which is also suspect because she never denies any of this that Drew is saying, but she's just like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is, whatever is going on in my life and who I'm dating, what does that have to do with you and your baby being blessed? Because if this man is so-called prophet, I mean, like, LaToya's charisma or whatever she is claiming happened would not have had an effect on him, I feel. I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't like putting people in the church on a pedestal because, you know, we all human. At this point, you know, we're hearing prophet lot 80 different times. Everybody's with prophet lot this, prophet lot that. It's almost like when that one girl was on and they were talking about Roger Bob, and every 5 minutes they were like, Roger Bob, Roger Bob, Roger Bob, Roger Bob. That's what it sounds like. Prophet lot, prophet lot, prophet lot, prophet lot, prophet lot, prophet lot. Like, at this point, they're just saying it over and over again, and Drew is just like yelling at her at this point, and she's just saying, like, you know, you're a temptress, and now this man is caught in your web, and he's tainted, and he can't bless my baby because of it, and yeah. Yeah, it's just sounding like a bad Tyler Perry plot. Everybody has all come together and made a great point. Why doesn't your mom just bless the baby? Because your mom is a freaking bastard. So yes, it basically, Drew is doing the most. If she wanted to spill this tea about LaToya sleeping with somebody that is, you know, supposedly married or has a fiance and has a high place in the church, she could have just said that. You don't have to act like, oh my gosh, my life is being affected because you're doing this. I mean, at this point, you sound like Kenya saying that people's lives are being affected because you won't say whether or not you slept with this stripper. Girl, go away. Okay, so however many days later, we have Kenya at her house. We're seeing the progress with her home. I already love Kenya's home as it is, but then she's added the deck, she's got the pool, and she's got the playground. Her house is gonna be fire. I love her house because my husband and I love like the super modern contemporary aesthetic. So her house is like, I love that house. It is beautiful. Her breast reduction, and you can tell like she went from like, who knows what she was, triple F to like, to me. Like, that was crazy. Like, she looks great though. I'm glad she is, you know, happy. Everybody comes in and sits down, and she asks like, you know, did you guys notice? Like, you guys see? Like, oh my gosh, yeah, it looks great, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, so where's the food? Is this another event with no food, Kenya? At this point, Marlo is like, okay, so no food in South Carolina. And again, no food here at your house. I'm seeing a trend. Like, oh, I got all the alcohol y'all need, so you're gonna give people alcohol on an empty stomach. They've got to drive up that treacherous hill to get off of your land and head back towards their home. So we get to the dreaded rumors about Prophet Lot, because, you know, Kenya missed half the dinner and she was not there at the pop-up shop, or I don't know how we got on that topic. But anyways, they start talking about Prophet Lot and the things that Drew is saying. LaToya actually FaceTimes this man, and he, as soon as you see him on the call, he's just Gucci down. Scam. All I'm seeing is scam. Like, it is in red and green flashing lights. Scam, scam, scam. Although, okay, you know, if you're doing well, you know, you're running a church. I don't know if he is running a church or not, but if he is, you know, you have a right to treat yourself. You have a right to make sure you look good, and, you know, that's that. Like, I'm not saying you can't have nice things, but I don't know. And he was on TV, so I guess the man can dress up. Come on, Joy, calm down. But still, I get triggered when I see, you know, people in high places in the church, and, you know, I don't like to see members, you know, struggling, but the pastors up there got all this money and wealth, and they're just like, you know, you keep giving to the church, God's gonna bless, you know, okay. Anyways, that's besides the point. FaceTime him. He is denouncing all the rumors that Drew is spreading, and he also says that I was not engaged, or I have not been engaged in the past like 3 years. That was the last time I was engaged, 3 years ago. But yeah, basically everything that Drew has said, they have denounced. She just said she got close with him as far as, you know, going through his program and him mentoring her into being a better Christian, I guess. I don't know, whatever he's doing, he's mentoring her for something. I guess she's trying to get, you know, her life together. So next week is the finale episode, and then we have the reunion coming up. So I'm excited about that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the love. Let me know what you think about everything in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at hey_Mrs. Gardner, and on Twitter at The Joys of Life YouTube. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.